It's what's in your wallet.
I'm so old.
I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 explosive hot dog carts.
Ritualistic blood magic.
Laser shooting chesty statues.
Don't watch movies unless we tell you to. What do you think happens when we die? Do you think it's a garden? Do you think we soar over the mountaintops? Do you think we visit our memories?
Will's already over this episode.
What happens
Mm-hmm.
when we watch a movie? That's right. It's Movies with My Best Friend Phil, a movie podcast for adrenaline junkies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like the
It
most
absolutely
boring group of medical student adrenaline junkies
Yes.
ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Phil Kessel, joined at the autopsy table by Craig Norland.
Mm-hmm.
So are we in like an abandoned church or are we in an actual medical place?
That's the fun part. We don't know.
Nobody
We don't
knows.
And holding the scalpel is Will Chodas.
Yay. Do I stab you now?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, you can. It's
Okay.
actually,
Here we
you
go.
have the scalpel, so it's up to you.
Oh, great.
That's
Okay.
like, so there's a rule of improv
Right.
where like you throw the
Mhm.
thing out and somebody, and then you stab it.
Right. Okay. So
it's the
I'm making the
yes
incision.
stab rule.
Yeah, I'm making the incision now. Okay.
Owie.
Yeah, I see now. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
oh no, now it's fine.
Oh, I dropped it. I dropped it inside your
cool.
body.
Now I'm scalpel man. I have the powers of a scalpel.
Yeah. That won't
Perfect.
cause any issues in the future.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's totally fine. Guys,
Yeah, Phil.
Which one? Guys,
Guys.
both guys, 2 guys,
2
Mhm.
3 guys, and a lady named Lucy.
Who's a dog?
Who's a
in a
she's
pizza place.
a dog. 3 guys, a dog, and a pizza place. That's our new sitcom.
Yeah.
Most of them is just trying to keep the dog from licking the floor. That's like
Yeah.
most of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Greg.
Somehow
Mhm.
we're going to get 5 seasons.
Yeah. Netflix will keep
Netflix.
renewing us.
Yeah, but it will cancel all the good shows.
Yeah. That's kind of their whole deal. Guys, I've been wondering what happens
Mm.
when you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Let's get deep.
Let's get really. Listen, I'd love to, but I don't have the like language or brain power to talk about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
But that's how I feel.
Yeah. So there's gremlins upstairs, and one of them just screamed for some reason. I think he ran into his mother and didn't know that she was there.
Yes.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah, Ender's Game, I guess,
Mhm.
is what I think happens when you die.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just
you
turn
read the
into
book?
like a web of
Oh.
something.
What happens
No,
in that?
that's not what happens when you die. That's just the thing that's like connecting everyone
Yeah.
that I like. It's very interstellar of them.
Yes.
But before Interstellar.
Wait, is this really what you wanted to talk about?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, do you want me to be your speaker for the dead? When you die, do you want me to just
Yeah.
like
Just
air
lay
out
it,
all your dirty laundry?
lay it all out there.
Yeah.
That's what I love. I love that idea of like, just lay it
I know,
all out there.
I do, but I don't think I would like that.
No. Because it seems disrespectful. But like,
Yeah.
lay it all out there. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly ugly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And just, then I drift off into the wind riding a board that I'm constantly looking at the grain of and following
God,
the grain of.
No.
How many
Not
times are we going
Xenocide.
to reference that?
I know.
Too many. That's too niche.
Too niche. Niche, whatever. For the
It's
uninitiated.
Nietzsche. Yeah.
Nietzsche.
Damn it.
The Ender's Game series, the first book is the one everyone knows. The second book goes
It's the
into the
better
future,
Mm.
which is arguably the better book. But he becomes the speaker for the dead, and you're like you give a talk at someone's funeral, but you tell everyone the bad stuff too. Like
Yeah.
this is actually what their life was.
you say everything about the person, not
Yeah.
just like the good highlights.
Yeah.
And I just love that concept.
And especially you do it if you're in love with that person's wife and you end up taking his place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of a weird story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Leave it to Mormon written sci-fi
I know, right?
to be strange.
Yes. I've been writing down all the books that I had, and I'm going through all the sci-fi right now, and I'm just like, man, I really want to go back and read all these. I just don't have the time. Yeah.
I do have your copy of, I think, like 3 of those books.
Oh, of Ender's Game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I can delete those then. Nice.
yeah, I can give those to you eventually someday.
Okay. So you have 3 out of the 4 books, or do you have the Shadow
I have
series?
all 4. Then you let me borrow a couple from the Shadow series.
Okay.
But I don't remember. I know I have the 4, and then I think you let me borrow 2 or 3
Okay.
of the Shadow series. So I have those now. that I'm
Will's
thinking
loving
about
this.
it.
I'm so
I've
sorry.
only read one book in the Ender's
Ever.
Game series.
Was it Children of the Mind? Did
Was
you
it
start at the
Xenocide?
4th? Yeah.
Nope, it was Ender's Shadow, which is the book that
Ooh,
happens
whoops.
concurrently
Yeah.
and just
That's
spoils
weird.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a super fun read if you love Ender's Game, because you're just like, oh, this is just mostly the same stuff except Bean's in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bean.
And I thought about it. I'm like, I don't really like Bean. I don't really like this series.
Yeah.
Well, so those are the ones I have of yours, I think.
Yeah. So, beans can be carried around by hand,
That's true.
but you can also put them in a parcel of sorts or even a wallet.
I keep beans
That's
in
right.
an
It's time for the
envelope.
segment where we reach deep into our best friend's pants and whip out some recommendations. You tripped me up, Phil. I was ready to go. I heard my word, and you
I'm
just
so
kept
sorry.
on talking.
It's
what's in Phil's wallet.
I already had it in my head. You know when you like
Mhm.
aren't listening to other people?
Yeah.
And you already have your joke lined up?
Wait, is that not what everybody does all the time?
It's what most people do most of the time.
Oh, okay. Because that's the only way I know how to live.
Yeah. You just wait until it's your turn to do a thing.
To
and
talk.
Then,
Yeah.
to
right.
talk. And
I haven't a clue what other people are saying, and it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
matter
doesn't matter.
because those things aren't me.
yeah. Now,
Yep.
speaking of things
Hmm?
that aren't you,
Yes.
your wallet isn't you,
Yes.
but it's on your person.
It's true.
And your person likes
not
to
on my
put things
person.
in it.
It's over there
That
on
are
the
things
table.
that you like. What is a thing that you like that you've put in the wallet that's not on your person but isn't you and is a wallet?
I have nothing.
I love that.
I haven't. So we watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and I thought it was
Yes,
pretty good. The parts
also.
of it that I saw because I was cooking dinner. So that's a. But we already
As I told Phil, it really hits on like the 5th watch.
we watched.
I cannot watch a movie that many times, but I don't have kids, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
My kids don't rewatch movies all that much. I remember when I was a kid, because it was the only thing we could like control watching
Yeah.
movies like all the time because you just put in a VHS, but I don't know.
Did you know, how young were you when you learned how to use the VCR?
I have no
Ooh.
idea.
Would have been probably pretty early because I
We-
think I got put in charge of rewinding
Yeah.
because we had like a VCR rewinder.
You had an actual separate rewinder.
Yeah.
We
How
did.
rich were you guys?
Not at all.
Oh, I had one of those.
Oh my God, Craig, not at all.
I'm sorry. I like my friend, past and future guest James, had a rewinder, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever because we were suckers and we just rewound with our actual
Manually.
machine. Yeah, manually. We just took it out. We're just like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
because the rewind machine could do it really fast, right?
really fast, and also, over time it wears your VCR out if you rewinding all the time.
Oh, really?
So that was the reason people bought the rewind machines, is because it costs a lot less and there's less chance of your VCR breaking.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
But is there more chance of the VCR or the VHS rewinder breaking?
Yeah, but it's cheaper.
Yeah. So then you just buy it, and it only does one function, so
Yeah, I
when it
feel like
breaks.
VCRs were super expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
at
That's-
the
yeah,
beginning.
like at the
Holy
beginning.
crap.
That's so crazy to think about. Like,
Well,
$800 for a VHS player. And like,
Well-
obviously that's stupid to make that argument now, but it's just funny to,
I mean, like,
Money.
but that's because
Money.
that's the same reason why
Money.
boomers will say to you, just don't go out and eat anymore. Don't go out because back in the day, your living expenses weren't that expensive.
Yeah.
But then the luxuries were super expensive. But it's flipped. Like a video game when Super Nintendo came out was like $70, and a video game now is $70. You know, so games have gotten cheaper because they've stayed the same price. You know, but cost of living has gone up by so much. So like when you, like my mom or people will be like, why don't you just save? Don't go out. And I was like, if I don't go, what difference does it make? You know what I mean? Like, I've been thinking about buying the Switch too, and I'm like, why don't I just do that? It's like a quarter of my monthly, living expenses anyways. Like, it's not like I can't afford it because I can still afford my living expense. You know what I mean? Because so it's just. Yeah. Anyways, everything's bleak, and we're all gonna die soon. So just buy the Switch. Who cares?
Yeah.
Savings for suckers.
So, cynicism is what's in your wallet.
Drive fast, leave a sexy corpse.
Yep, that's it. Cynicism. God, I hate cynicism. So that can't be it. No, I have been playing a really fun, not very good video game.
Oh, love it.
Called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Splintered Fates. It's basically a rip off of Hades, which is like one of my top 10 games, I think.
Yeah.
But it's a lot simpler because it's obviously made for children.
That's why you're playing it.
All ages.
It's all ages, but it has my favorite gameplay loop, which is roguelites. So you go and you fight for a while, then you die or you lose, and then you go back and you upgrade your character. And then in this game, you got all 4 turtles, and it has some DLC that came bundled with it. So I have Casey Jones as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's fun to play as. And so, you just pick a different turtle, try again. You've upgraded a little bit, so you go a little bit further. And the story is something, and I don't know what it is, even though I've been playing the game.
Casey Jones, a real New York City psychopath.
Yeah. Yep, he sure is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just like fun. And the other thing I like about it is it has couch co-op. And so Phil, when I first bought it, we played a little bit.
It's super fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's like top-down combat, so it's like it reminds me of, what was that Marvel game? That was like top-down.
Oh yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance. Yeah, it's very similar to that.
God.
What a great game.
I loved Ultimate Alliance and X-Men Legends, X-Men Legends 2.
That's the one I played.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is good, but no, actually I didn't play a lot of that one. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is kind of a slog and not super fun. It's okay.
Yeah, the game, so back to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Back to me. I'm keeping us on track, I'm keeping the rail on the road. It is a little janky though. I think, Phil, when we were playing, like, your character kept spawning with like quarter health gone for some reason. It was
not friendly to me.
No. That is not good.
Yeah,
I didn't like that part.
Yeah, that was kind of like, I was like, okay. And I had it once where it was like, because in the game, like on the screen, it'll be like, this is where you need to go. This is where the bad guys are. I had it where I did a whole run where it was just saying that there's a bad guy up there in the sky, and I was like, no, there isn't.
Oh, I didn't know if Phil had an item that like gave him more attack, but it took away part of his life.
Yeah, I mean, we were trying to figure out if that was the case, but I don't think it was. I think it was just kind of like
broken.
It's a little janky. The game is a bit janky, and it is also like designed not greatly. Like, the combat is fun, which is good, but it's like. What I mean is like, it's based off of Hades.
It's not Hades.
And when you play Hades, like, you get different powers from the different like gods, the Olympian gods. And so like, you talk to Poseidon, you get like water themed stuff, and it all looks different and the pictures are different and it's color coded. But this game, like, you'll just like click on a water, and it's not like, you don't have that like theming of Poseidon being there. Yeah. So it's not entirely sure like what you're even doing or and you have to like read in order to learn what it is, but it doesn't
want an electric turtle or a fire turtle or a wet turtle.
And it's like, what do those things even mean? And it really is, it doesn't have good, I don't know what the UI language, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi.
yeah. So I mean, it's a shit game. I'm not recommending it really,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm
great.
having
I mean-
a good time with it.
I mean, it is pretty fun.
Yes, it is for what it's worth and what it is. It's pretty fun. I don't think it's anywhere above $20. You know, and you could probably find. I think I found it for $3.
Yeah, definitely
Oh,
definitely as a
dear.
couch co-op, absolutely worth
Yeah,
goofing around on it
yeah.
for a bit.
Did you play Shredder's Revenge?
No, I never did. Is that the one?
Yes, I think so.
That's like the Turtles in Time.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
That's
It's just a
basically
classic
what this
beat 'em up.
is, like very
Yeah.
classic beat 'em up. It's just got
Yeah.
more advanced like roguelite features.
Yeah, see, that's
Okay.
what I like. Whenever I play like a Turtles and like a game like that, where you just like go and go and go and go, and then it's over. I always kind of feel like, oh, that was fun 4 hours, and like that's it, because it's usually
Yeah.
not like super long game. The reason why I like roguelites is they're purposefully difficult, and so
Yeah.
they like it's not. I like a good grind, you know, but when it feels like it's effective. So
Well, that's the inherent problem with doing like Shredder's Revenge, where it's
Yeah.
playing off an old game.
yeah,
Where that original game, you had lives.
yeah, and you
this
put
was
quarters
meant,
in
you
and
put
stuff.
quarters in.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was difficult. And then when you do it in modern times, you can't do that anymore.
It's just annoying at that point.
It's
you know what I mean?
annoying,
You have
yeah.
to feel like the worst thing a video game can do is feel like it wasted your time.
yeah.
And when you play a lot of these like really old games, you can walk away from it feeling like, wow, I wasted my time because I couldn't beat it. I didn't get any better.
yeah.
And, you know, I don't know.
There's not enough fun in the old NES games
Yeah.
that when you lose, you're like, well, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, because it's not. Yeah, and when I was younger, playing like I didn't play many Super Nintendo, but at least like even PlayStation games, where like you're watching like sprites kind of like wiggle at each other,
Yeah.
and there's like words underneath. Like, you know, when you have a young imagination, you're like imagining in your mind how they're even interacting. You know, I remember playing Pokemon on the Game Boy, and that was always my favorite part. I never actually liked the game. I just liked imagining I had a bunch of friends, you know, Pokemon.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Pokemon friends.
Freudian slip.
I had friends. I had some friends. I had a few friends. I had too many brothers and not enough friends. Anyways,
I just always imagined when I played like older games when I
Yeah.
was younger, I just imagined like that was exactly 100% what it looked like. I didn't fill in the gaps.
it's just big, blocky,
Yeah.
horrifying.
And I played a
things.
lot of N64, so
Yeah.
it was just like
Yeah.
DK mode on GoldenEye
yeah.
was just like, that's just what it all looked like. It's great.
That's a game I just find to be completely unplayable. GoldenEye.
Yo,
Like they put it
Yeah.
on the Switch, and
I don't understand how it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
and I have
It's
We
so
did
bad.
what we had to
Yeah.
do.
We did what we had to do.
I have the Switch controller shaped like an N64. Thank you, Craig. He's the one. It was sold out, and Craig was like, "I found it. Here it is. Go get it. Go buy
I
it
had
now."
I had to rebuy it, and it's like now you can just buy it. Nobody
Oh
cares.
yeah, but when it first came out, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Phil's yawning. Everyone. Oh,
Yeah.
big yawn for Philip.
Oh, thank you. What control style do you use in the game?
When you play the
So in the original game, there were
Yeah.
like 4 control styles
I didn't know that.
that you could change between,
Oh,
and it
that might have
depended
been
on
my
what
problem.
like what you use to look and what you use to
yeah,
move.
yeah.
So that might be.
I mean,
You might be able to look that up.
yeah,
and
maybe
change
that was.
that if you really want to play
Well,
it.
the problem is that
But
you don't have
honestly,
dual
just-
joysticks. Is the problem?
Slap
Just-
only.
Just play
No.
Perfect Dark. It's
Yeah,
it's
the thing
GoldenEye,
is,
but like
is GoldenEye
10,000 times
like,
better.
It auto aims for you. So like if you'll be running and you walk by a bad guy, if you move in their general direction, the game will do the rest of the work for you. So at the time, it probably felt like, oh, I'm really, but now it just feels weird because you're like, you want to
Yeah.
be able to control it, and you're like, what's he doing? Is he gonna? Oh, I guess he got him. You know, I don't know. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
No, that was when I played Time Splitters.
Mm.
I tried playing that,
yeah.
and that's kind of hard to play.
Yeah.
It's another one where I'm like, oh, this is not nearly as fun as I remember. Maybe Time Splitters Future Perfect, I think, is the next one. 'Cause I didn't play the original Time Splitters. It was always Time Splitters 2.
Yeah, that's all I ever played.
Yeah, so I think maybe it was the later levels. I don't know, but yeah, it did not hit the same way. I didn't get that nostalgia. I was more like, oh yeah, this was really annoying. wait, why did I like this?
Yeah.
Is it possible the nostalgia is running out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Because,
Is it a finite resource or does it recharge?
well, I guess it depends. No, it does recharge. It
Not societally,
Oh,
individually.
individually, yes and no. Like, because the thing is like, I used to pick up N64 games and just be so excited with nostalgia to play them because I didn't actually have an N64 and I would go over to my friend's house to play them across the street.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like the hidden gem of video games I never got to touch, but barely. And then I got it on the Switch and I can play them whenever I want. And Jack will be like, "Hey, let's play Mario 64," and I'm like, "Ah, fucking hell!" Like, 'cause, like,
I want to play the lava level.
let's play the janky Mario one. I'm like, we got all the other Marios. Let's play one of them where the controls at least respond correctively, and I don't have to keep going whoop, 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 with the stupid camera going around.
Daddy, why are you swearing at the Lakitu?
Yeah, why are you so mad? It's because this is annoying, and he'll be like, "Hey, I want to play this level." He picks the hardest level. He dies immediately, and he goes, "Can you beat it?" I'm like,
Oh, I wish my kids did that. Every time I just put on a game, they're just like, "I'm playing now." I'm like, "This is too hard for you," and they'll just freak out.
No.
Like, "Wah!" I'm like, "Buddy, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's too hard. I told you it was too hard."
yeah.
But Benji's getting into Astrobot now, which is great, but it's also a little bit too hard. So it's one of those where he can't play if someone's not there to help him with the hard parts.
Yeah.
But he's picking up a lot quicker than I thought he would.
See, Sean is not. Jack is getting really good at Mario Odyssey.
Nice.
Like he's starting to do like integrated moves.
Yeah.
You know, like ground pound, you know, hitting and running forward and jumping, which is like.
Is he doing like throw the hat and then you launch forward and then hop off?
No, he's not quite doing that. No. But he is like, he's getting
good.
Whereas Sean is still just like, you know, the only game he likes to play is Super Smash Brothers. And that's because his guy will just stand there and he can mash a button and actually kind of be effective.
Yeah.
You know, and then, but I found that what's really easy to do is for Sean is you go to Smash and you go into the online mode and you can just spectate. You can just watch online matches. So I just turn that on and put it in front of him and he just sits there and goes, "I'm that guy." And then he just watches it, you know, and it's like.
So when you have him just like mash against a NPC computer player, like do you pick who it is or is it like your me version of yourself? So it's just like
so it can beat up dad.
No, we usually play all together and we'll do teams or something.
Okay.
So that it'll be like all of us on the team versus a bunch of computers.
Yeah.
And that way, you know, when I win.
Yeah. Win the inevitable.
You know, and there's nobody getting, you know, feeling bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, what's in your wallet, Phil?
Ooh, what is in my wallet? Jack and I have been on a murder documentary kick or a true crime documentary kick.
Cool.
They're on a true crime as in they are performing true crimes and murders.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Just being a white couple in their 30s, you know?
We're probably committing a crime somewhere.
Yeah.
That's just kind of
crime of fashion, maybe.
Wow. Rude. Jesus. That was mean.
Wearing white after Labor Day.
We're both wearing a t-shirt and shorts. A graphic tee and shorts.
Yeah, I know. You're wearing, like I said, you're wearing white after Labor Day. What can I say?
This is off-white. This is cream.
Oh my God.
This is like an antique paper.
Now I'm the ass.
You idiot.
Idiot. God.
We did watch one yesterday that was just absolutely infuriating though. Like it was interesting to watch and I think it was supposed to make you mad, but it's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
But it might be on another one as well because I feel like I've seen another one about this.
Is it on Crackle? Is it on a bunch of other ones that don't exist anymore?
I don't know.
Oh, dang.
I don't know what Crackle is.
Oh, Crackle?
Yeah, Crackle was like, I don't know what it was exactly.
It was like Seinfeld getting coffee in cars.
Oh,
that's
right.
what
Comedians in cars getting
Comedians
coffee.
in cars getting
you ever
coffee,
watch that show?
Yeah.
Nope.
I've watched a number of episodes.
I liked it. I moved over to Netflix. I don't know if they've made it anymore, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This was it was called Web Sleuths, the Idaho Murders or something like that.
Web slingers. Got it.
Yeah, it was Web Slingers. It was Spider-Man murdering 4 people in Iowa. Did I say Iowa? Idaho.
Idaho.
same thing.
It's the
Sorry,
same
guys.
thing. They both
You know,
suck.
usually he stays in New York, but every once in a while he
Every
makes
once
a
in a while, he
special
goes to
trip.
Idaho or Iowa and murders 4 people. But it's about the sort of like the crime part that we're learning about is the murder of 4 college students in Idaho. But the documentary seems to really be about how shitty internet web sleuths and like amateur internet detectives are.
Okay.
And how they don't realize how shitty they are.
Oh yeah.
The armchair.
Most
yeah.
of the like talking heads on it are internet sleuths. And they just like over the course of the thing, you learn about how much they're getting in people's way, how much information they're putting out that has not been verified.
Yeah.
How much information they're putting out that has been verified but shouldn't be like getting blasted. And then just the absolute lack of awareness about anything they do that's wrong. And it was so infuriating to watch. But
Did
it
they
was
solve
kinda
the
fun.
murder?
At the time of the show, the trial had just started or was about to start. So they had a suspect. They were taking him to court. He has since then spoiler
Peter
alert,
Parker?
I get. Peter Parker has since pleaded guilty,
Ooh,
and he's in jail.
Snap.
But they also like they were so convinced about like who was the bad guy that they would just like blast that person, and then that person's life was ruined.
Oh yeah.
And then they do it again. They do it again. They do it again. And then the cops, and I'm going to put air quotes around this, out of nowhere, arrested a guy in Pennsylvania who had traveled from Idaho to Pennsylvania because he murdered 4 people.
Yeah.
They arrested him, and everyone was just like, who is this guy? There's no way he did it. He's in Pennsylvania. This was in Idaho.
Yeah.
And so then there's a whole segment of them like torching the cops because the cops got the wrong guy, obviously. And then they finally they're like planning the court trial and the court proceedings and whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, there's got to be some bigger conspiracy here, because there's no way this guy did it by himself. And like who's hiding what, and like why are they hiding this, and where's the money, and like all this out. And like it's just like, oh my god, you guys stop. Just
So this, in other words, this was not about the murder. It was about the investigation of the murder.
it was about the investigation of the murder, and it was mostly, in my opinion, just dunking or letting these internet sleuths dunk on themselves.
Yeah.
Because there was one lady that was like, yeah, and then we kind of realized, boy, some of the information we were putting out there might have been going to this guy before he was caught and helping him not get caught. And that's not what we wanted. I was like, then why'd you do it?
Yeah.
You.
Oops.
Oh man.
Yeah. That sounds very interesting, though.
Yeah, it was, like I said, I was absolutely just like infuriated watching it, but it was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And
you're happy to be infuriated.
yeah, at the beginning of it, I was also like, man, it would be kind of fun to be an internet detective. And then by the end of it, I was like, ooh, no, they're all bad guys. They all suck.
Yeah.
But also, I would still like to solve a mystery.
Well, you can do that by not. You just do it yourself.
You do it, and then you don't report on it in the moment with unverified information.
So here's the thing. I don't think solving a mystery in real life would ever be satisfying.
Because then you just have to keep solving mysteries.
No.
Yeah, once you get that itch, you gotta just
God.
chase that dragon.
It's
Yeah.
like when they say about like eating human flesh. You then get
Yeah.
a craving for
I'm
it
sorry.
and you can't stop.
They do say it, and it is
Is that what
true.
they say, Will?
They say that, yeah.
I can
Uh-huh.
confirm.
I've heard that. Army Hammer told me.
God damn it.
No.
Do you think they named him Army because they knew he was going to eat people?
I don't know. Every time I hear his name, I'm like, that can't be his name.
Yeah.
The other one, Colby Smolders. Every time I hear her name, I'm like, there's no way that's her name.
That's a Scrabble letter name.
It's
You
so
reached
crazy.
into a bag and pulled out letters.
Anyways, I forgot. No, I just mean that, like, I feel like in real life, if you were like a real person, you'd be like, yeah, I solved this, I think. Because you never get your Scooby-Doo moment where you unmask the person and they go like, I would have gotten away with it too.
See, and
They'd be like, I was never meant to do this. You've got the wrong guy. And you'd be like, no, it was you. And you'd be like, no. And then they're like lying to you. And you're like, okay. So like, and then you do a jury and a trial. And then you listen to the defense or the prosecution or whoever, the other side, and what they're saying. And then you just sit there and go like, yeah, no, I definitely made the right choice. I definitely did the right thing. Because I just feel like you would just, there's always be this, like, you have to be a little bit stupid or like too arrogant. You know what I mean? In
what
order
you're
to
saying
100%.
is the
Never.
exact opposite character of these web sleuths.
Yes, exactly.
Because they are just like, they just keep unmasking a new Scooby-Doo villain
They have to,
that
you
is
have
just
you
a
have
guy.
to so
So many old
confidently
man
believe in
Jenkins.
yourself. Like
Yeah.
I could never, because I would just be like, I might be wrong. And everyone around me would be like, no, it's so clear that this guy did it. I'm like, yeah, but I can imagine a scenario where he didn't. So this doesn't feel satisfying at all.
There was in this there was some of it was like talking about a Facebook group that was like doing some like open discussion on like trying to solve the murders and whatever.
Mhm.
And there was somebody who kept commenting whose Facebook name was Papa Roger.
Yeah.
That
Papa Roach?
Papa Roach. For a little bit, for a long time, they were
I'm glad
suspecting
he's still doing stuff.
Yeah.
that. Well, I mean, he's Grandpapa Roach. I bet now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
probably.
aged.
Was
Granddaddy
was
Roach.
Was it one guy or was it a group?
I
was a
don't
group.
know.
Oh, okay.
They were all. There was a Papa Roach, a Mama Roach, and three
And a-
baby roaches,
Baby Roach,
and then Uncle Roach was the bass player,
Yeah,
obviously.
of course.
Yeah. They
So
thought
there's
he
a-
was the guy.
So there was a Facebook group with Papa Roger, and they thought this was the guy because he seemed to have some insider information. And so they go through this whole documentary, and they have that section, like partway in where they're talking about Papa Roger, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's him," because right when the suspect got arrested, he stopped commenting on Facebook. And so they're like, it's
it was
definitely him. And then he comments later because it definitely wasn't him. But during that time,
people are wrong.
during that like maybe week or 2 weeks or something that he wasn't commenting, I guess the guy was just on vacation.
Yeah.
But like they were like, oh, this guy had to have done it, and he's an incel, and it's Papa Roger because it's like worshiping Elliot Roger, the guy who shot up the campus in Santa Barbara or wherever. And it was just like the stretches they made,
The reaching. Yeah.
the reaching, and the like, oh, I reached all the way over here. Now, maybe that's not right, but all of the stuff along the way definitely was. So let's not backtrack too far. Let's only backtrack one step.
Yeah.
Because
This is-
everything else was right. And I'm just like, oh, you got, and they did, I'm getting fired up.
Yeah.
They don't understand how court proceedings work. They're like supposedly web sleuths, like detectives on the internet.
No, they've
and they
never-
were like, oh, well, this grand jury, it was only the prosecutor that got to speak. And it was like, the defense didn't even get to he didn't even get to say, like they railroaded him. I was like, that's how grand juries work. It's just to see if there's enough to take it to trial.
Yeah.
Why do I know that and you don't know that?
Haven't you watched My Cousin Vinny?
He studied criminology, so they immediately were like, oh yeah, he studies serial killers. I was like, that's not
what that is.
That's not what that is. That's maybe like deeply embedded in that, but
Yeah.
like
That's not all.
criminology
yeah.
is like sociology of crime, not psychology of crime. Fucking idiots. God, I'm fired up right
See,
now.
see
All right.
Phil, you should have been a cop. And maybe that's what's happening right now. But like cops become detectives,
I should have been a private eye.
and then that's exactly what I was getting at.
watching me.
Yeah, you'd be a private eye, which means a guy who finds people who are cheating on their spouses.
Yep.
Yep. He just likes to take pictures. That's all.
Which I have a camera.
Yeah, you need a good lens.
Whoa.
Like a real long one.
Yeah, I need a big
Real.
telephoto.
I mean, like comically long.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Those are like-
actually do.
Those are like
$5,000.
$10,000.
Yeah, $5,000 is probably the cheapest. Yeah, they're
I
like
don't-
$10,000.
I'm not going to
Yikes.
spend that.
Yeah.
Anyways, Craig, what's in your wallet?
Yeah.
I have a guess.
Yeah, so I'll do two little ones. I went with one of my best friends, Phil, to a show.
That's me.
And we went with Nathan and Zach and Sean, and we went and saw Streetlight Manifesto.
Whip, whip.
I'm wearing this shirt
Really?
right now, and it was a lot of fun. And I was really tired, and my feet hurt the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Both you and I, and well, honestly, the entire group we went with and other people, I definitely saw people as old as us that were like also doing this, but we kept like doing the like pick up a leg and then pick up the other
yeah.
leg to like stretch
Oh,
and get
yeah.
the blood flowing.
Yep. Oh my
It's just like, oh my God, we're so old.
I was in pain. I was like, all right, I'm enjoying this. I'm not old. I was looking up at the people up in the balcony. I'm like,
Oh man,
they have a place to sit and just enjoy.
Yeah.
No, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, there was definitely some songs I didn't recognize, so I don't know if it
Yeah,
was
there were
newer.
definitely a couple I didn't recognize. But there's a whole album that I like barely listened to, I feel like.
Oh, okay. Was it The Handset Thief or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the one I kind of didn't really, because that was
That was the last. album,
yeah. I listened to it, but not like, not as much as the other two.
Yeah, because there was they did Keys Be Nights, which was re-record of Catch 22,
Mm-hmm.
and then they did what was the next one?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember
know
the song titles.
but then there's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Is there? I think probably people's favorites besides their second album. But
Yeah.
anyway, that was a good time, and then the other
It's a
one
great
I'll
show.
mention is started playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm.
And
I'm
that
so
has
excited to
been
hear about this.
interesting. 'Cause I'm really dumb.
Mm.
I'm really basic. Like I think that I'm like I'm not a capital G gamer,
Uh-huh.
Oh, me
But-
neither.
but like I'm a lowercase G, but it's a pretty big lowercase G gamer. But there's just some types of games that I never was really into.
Yeah.
Any like real-time strategy
Yeah.
besides like Age of Empires. Like I
Yeah.
can handle that, but you start throwing a lot of other, like even the Civ games are a bit
Yeah.
Civilization.
I found myself pausing a lot in those games,
oh my
like
gosh.
trying to find a way to slow it down.
Yeah, and
That's why I like
You see your
Civilization.
inevitable
Yeah.
doom, and you're like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, I don't want
That's why I like Civilization. It's turn based,
yeah,
so
that's true.
you get to, you know what I mean? Like you get all the time you want
yeah.
to come up with whatever you're gonna. God, I gotta play Civilization again. Man, I love that
I haven't
game.
played the new one. We liked Civ. Is it Civ 6? Was the
5, I think, is the one that I played a lot of. They may be up to 7, but I thought
I think
6.
7.
Yeah, 6 was.
Yeah, see, this is all we know.
Yeah.
But this is a I don't know what you call it, but it's like you move around the board. Like there's an invisible board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to move. You can only move so far.
It's
Yeah.
like turn-based tactics.
Yeah, Final
Yeah.
Fantasy
Kind of,
Tactics
yeah.
combat, Fire Emblem combat.
Yeah,
it's a little closer to like a chessboard or like Strategio or something.
Yeah, so I didn't know that going in.
Yeah,
I just knew people love this game. It won Game of the Year.
yeah.
Whatever that means anymore. And
Wow.
well,
coming at the
when
gaming
I was a
industry,
kid,
Craig. Wow.
when I was a kid, I remember seeing games. They're like, "Oh, this is the Game of the Year," and I didn't realize that that's just how they advertised it. If
Used to mean something,
It means-
man.
well, no, because it didn't. It never meant anything.
No, it didn't.
Because every single video game magazine would have their Game of the Year, and so, most of the time the game just slapped it on that. Yeah, somebody thought we were the best.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, so this was the
Phil
game,
Kessel's Game of the Year.
the Game of the Year, everyone agreed on it, and this is it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this random Japanese game called Poi Poi for the PS1 was not the greatest game of 1997. Nobody knows that game. I'm so sorry.
Now, I will say Baldur's Gate 3 is really fucking good.
Yes, it is. I can see. And what's drawing me in is the story.
Yes.
Because it's not just the mechanics. I haven't got that down yet. Because this game does not hold your hand. It is like, here is the world. We're going to let you fuck up. And you're going to learn. And you're going to learn quick.
Oh, yeah.
There's no hand-holding in this game.
Not at all.
Well, there's no one way. There's like a million ways to play the game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. It's D&D. It's the world of D&D.
Yeah, it's the closest. Yeah, it's the world of D&D, and it's the closest a game probably could ever get to D&D.
Were you the one telling me about the Goomba stomp thing, or was that another friend of mine? Where they just loaded up one of their characters with a bunch of weight, and then they threw him at the boss, and it just crushed it.
That's awesome. No, we used barrels a lot of like explosive barrels.
Yeah.
We had one guy we had me and then one other guy who were very strong, and so they would just load up my inventory with exploding barrels, and then we'd take them out
in your bag of holding.
Yeah, and then we'd take them out, do like a turn-based thing, and sneak the barrels right by somebody, and then go back and then shoot like a fire arrow or something, and then the combat starts and the boss has like a quarter of their health left because you blew them up with like 7 barrels.
Yeah.
But it's like they let you do that because that's a legitimate strategy that you'd be able to do in quote unquote real life.
Yeah, and that's the fun of D&D in real life, is that when you play, like, so many video games are based off of D&D, you know, the whole stat block and like random encounter type stuff, and the sort of die rolls that games do internally. But the fun part about D&D is you have a dungeon master, so you can say to the dungeon master, "Hey, I want to sneak up and put some barrels over here." And in a video game, most video games, like they can't conceive of like that. You know what I mean? Like something outside of the box. And that's why Baldur's Gate apparently super great, is because it's the closest. Like the game devs have thought of so many things you could do and how those things interact with each other.
They really crushed it. Craig, you are a fighter, correct?
Yes.
Are you a human fighter?
No, I am a tiefling.
Oh yeah, you're a tiefling fighter.
Tiefling subclass is elemental archer.
Nice.
Yes.
So that's been interesting.
I play as a tiefling too when I play D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you shoot arrows.
Yeah, we can speak infernal to each other later.
That sounds like I wish I would be there.
Yeah,
too.
you won't be able to understand it though.
But again, getting back to the story, I like we've met all of the what do you call it?
Like companions.
The companions.
Yeah.
And a lesser game would have just had these characters like be a little interesting, but they're just like, oh, this guy is good with magic, and this guy is a fighter, and this like very basic. This is what they are. This is their class, and they're just there. But we're already getting into their stories. One's a vampire. This person is, a tiefling, and this person's the magician, and he has to consume magical items to stay alive or something. I don't know yet. So there's mysteries. There's decisions you have to make. So I'm pretty sure you can kill the companions.
Oh yeah, you can kill anybody.
Okay.
You can pretty much kill. I think you can kill anyone permanently.
Great. That's not terrifying. Okay. Because I like everybody.
When they're in your party, you can resurrect them. If they die and they're not in your party, you might still be able to resurrect them, but I think it just depends.
Yeah, because I don't know how much of the game changes if you don't have anybody left.
Definitely amounts of it.
But I think you need to, I think you and I have that same sort of itch where we want to do like, oh, let's make sure we do it right and do it 100%. I think which is why I don't gravitate towards games like Skyrim and other ones as much, because of that whole like,
it's too open.
It's too open and it stresses me out with all the options. And then also like but like that's that's not the fun of those games. The fun of those games is playing in the moment of the if I do this, then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then not thinking far ahead as to how you're screwing up your game.
Yeah.
Because when I feel like when I play D&D, I play that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I play these games, I don't play that way quite as much.
Interesting.
Did you ever play the Telltale games?
Yeah.
Like Walking Dead?
I only played that one, but yeah.
Okay. That is another one where I liked playing the game, but I was also super stressed out because all it takes is one decision and it changes everything. Potentially. And you're like, well, but I want to know what that other thing was.
Yeah. Well, in that game, all the options I found were really too binary.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like either save this person or save this person. And you're like, can I figure out how to save both? And it's like, no, you can either save this person or this person. And you'd be like, okay, which one of these people do I like more? Guess I like that one more. I'm saving this person. And then
and then the game's like, why would you do that?
No, and then like the next time it'd be like, what are you going to do? But there was never like, never felt like there was like, this was the correct way or this was that way. I don't know. It still is pretty limited in your options. Like you had to make the choices within the few parameters the game gave you.
Well, even when I thought I was like, I did the right thing, because there's a moment I think in the first game where you find an abandoned car and there's supplies in it and you can take the supplies, but then like the end of the game culminates in like it was this person's car and they're like, yo, you took my stuff, and you're like, no, I didn't.
There's cars in Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, sorry, I'm still talking about Walking Dead. And like, no, I didn't. They're like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm still mad at you for some reason. I'm like, so it didn't matter if I did it or not.
Yeah, really.
So that kind of stuff.
That's classic D&D right there.
Yeah.
Is the illusion of choice. When you're DMing and you're like, you don't have to fill out both sides of a choice. You just fill one side, and then whichever side they pick,
that's the side.
And
you make it seem like they made a decision.
Yeah.
Well, good job. You picked the right one.
I've done it on like, I don't have time to finish this.
Yeah.
Type of deals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I ran our game we played like 2 weeks ago, I'm like, it doesn't matter what they do in this moment. Like, let's just see how it plays out. But I'm pulling a ripcord, and this is all going to happen.
That was heavy.
Yeah, I told you I was going to be a pretty devastating.
I don't remember you. Well, I don't remember you saying anything about the story being devastating.
Oh yeah,
like the ending of that. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah. So for the listeners, we played. I DM'd my first game we were playing the Cypher system. Maybe more on that soon. We're kind of gearing up to try and do something podcasty with more actual play stuff, but we're seeing.
And also, if anyone cares, it was Will's first time GMing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't horribly awkward, and I'm furious about it.
Well, so in Dungeons and Dragons, you call it DM. Because it's the Dungeon Masters, and each game has its own different thing. But so
most of them, it's the Game Master.
Game Master is the general rule, the general name, you know.
Yeah.
So GM.
Will did a very good job.
Yeah. Well, I had played a lot by that point, so
it was infuriating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I kind of put you guys in a terrible situation and made it seem like you could maybe change the outcome of it, but. It was definitely no, you can't.
It was a boss battle we couldn't beat.
Yeah,
and it ended in a cutscene, and I kind of loved that.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of boss battles that you could never beat, death, for instance, we watched a movie. Flatliners is a 1990 American science fiction psychological horror film directed by Joel Schumacher, produced by Michael Douglas and Rick Bieber. It is written by Peter Filardi. I don't know. Kiefer Sutherland. It's starring rather Kiefer Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. Julia Roberts, Billy Baldwin, Oliver Platt, and Kevin Bacon. It had a budget of $26 million. It made $61 million, which is pretty good. Pretty good for them.
Yeah.
It was 114 minutes long, which I would say is about 60 minutes too long.
We'll get into it.
How do you think this movie is doing on Rotten Tomatoes?
48.
Okay. What do you think, Craig?
56.
Phil has it. 50.
Man.
Okay.
50.
And 59 audience scores.
Am I getting better at that?
Maybe. Or maybe
All
you're
right.
just getting lucky. Who picked this movie?
I did.
Oh, yeah. Phil,
Should have gone Lost Boys.
Should have done Lost Boys.
why?
Okay, so I read the plot synopsis.
Yeah.
Which is a medical student gets his his colleagues to help him do an experiment about death. And then supernatural stuff starts to follow him and do stuff to him.
Yeah.
Hearing that, I thought it was going to be cool.
Yeah. And
then unfortunately, it was kind of just boring.
yeah. Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah, it is one of those movies where if you asked me in 5 years, you said, "Hey, Will, this reminds me of this thing from Flatliners," I will definitely say, "What?"
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
And you'll be like, "Flatliners." I'm like, "I've never heard of this movie once." And you'll be like, "You did a whole podcast episode about it." I'm like, "No, I don't think I did. I think you're thinking of somebody else because there's no way I did
They'd
this."
play the whole episode
Yeah.
for you, and you'd be like, "I don't."
That's
I
not
don't
me.
think
That
that
doesn't
was
sound like
us.
me. And then they'd look and they'd be like, "Oh, it's not Will Chodas. It's Phil Kessel."
Will Piper.
What?
What?
Talking about me or
This was a movie that had an okay premise and a bad execution.
So the premise of the movie is
Of that
yeah.
premise.
Kiefer Sutherland is like, I want to know what happens when you die. And he's a medical student, and he says, hey, he gets his ragtag group of
Other medical students.
other men and Julia Roberts
Yeah.
to essentially kill him. He's figured out how to come back, though. It's all about a heating blanket. That's the thing. And then he comes back. No, he dies, quote unquote, dies, sees something, and then they bring him back, right? And he's that's the thing. That's the movie. And then they do that 4 more times, right? 3 more times. And it's
Yeah.
it's weird because after they do it the first time, Kiefer Sutherland doesn't say it was incredible. He does kind of say that, but he doesn't really explain anything. And everyone else is immediately like, I want to do it next. And I'm going to do it for 4 minutes. And I'm going to do it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but why?
Why do it for longer?
Why do it for longer?
Nobody said anything good. Every time somebody came out, and we should get back to initial reactions,
Yes.
but every time somebody came back from this,
Yes.
they said,
It's weird.
hard to put into words.
It's hard to put in the words.
And they're like, oh, I love those words. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's
well, they
do
didn't
it.
Say, they didn't say
nobody
any words,
really
Julia
described
Roberts.
what happened.
Nobody
Yes.
said really anything except for Billy Baldwin,
Billy Baldwin,
who said,
who's like,
it's kind
"Oh."
of sexual.
It's kind of sexual. Yeah,
it's got that
everything's
sexual
sexual to you,
energy.
dude.
Yeah, he's a friggin' perv.
Yeah, he was a pervy horn dog.
Okay, so what I wanted this movie to be was a movie that
Was
grappled with yes, the gap between science and the sort of
Spirituality,
yeah,
for lack
or
of a better word.
What? So a lot of people talk about when you learn the secret of something, it loses a little bit of its magic.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the reverse, or sort of the reverse of that. Of I wanted this movie to be the science is them realizing the science isn't all of it, and there is a magic to it, and and then there is a supernatural, more of. I just
kind of did.
And they kind of did that. They
Yeah.
I just don't feel like they executed it very
So,
well.
Craig, how did you feel about this movie?
It's very middle of the road. I've known about this movie for a long time. I just never got around to it, but it was.
Oh, why'd you never get around to it?
You know. But I've liked other Schumacher movies that he's done with horror, because he did Lost Boys, which also stars Kiefer Sutherland. And I'm not going to keep needling you about this, but it's a much better movie. At least it's a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't say it's a flawless movie. I think if you want a good vampire movie, in that realm of time, Near Dark is probably about as good as you can do.
Yeah.
That movie was good.
That movie was great.
But I like any movie that has to do with mad scientists.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is a mad scientist one.
It's very much a mad scientist, but I feel like how they described the movie when they were making it was a reverse Frankenstein. Instead of trying to create life, they're basically trying to figure out what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is Kiefer Sutherland's character, who is the one, driving this whole thing, like he never gives us any idea of what he's trying to do. Exactly.
Yeah, right. It's just ambition, and that's
he just is ambitious, and and then he ends up like lying and hiding information from everybody because he's getting his ass beat like every night.
Yeah. So if it was, I feel like it has too many tentacles. It's trying to go down too many different roads.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead.
No, if they had stayed down that road of like Kiefer Sutherland's character, and let's explore that in way more depth of like he has this ambition to be this famous medical guy, but then he's also got this pet. Like if they gave him a better reason,
even if that was his initial reason was like hubris, and he just did it the first time, right? And then whatever happened, and he's now dealing with the results of it. That's a movie. But the problem is he keeps doing it again. Yeah. After it's making his life worse, and he puts his friends in quote unquote danger and making their lives worse. For this movie is a philosophical major, like freshman year idea of what he thinks philosophy is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it is a smart movie for dumb guys. Do you know? It's like it feels
I wanted a dumb movie for smart guys.
Yeah. Well, and the thing that I also really didn't. The thing that I was like, oh boy, this is going to be bad, is that because I'm like, oh, it's the 90s, and Kevin Bacon's character is an atheist. And the whole time they're like, oh, what do you believe in? Nothing. Which is weird because nobody else in the movie ever like expresses any sort of faith.
Any sort of beliefs.
So like he's the one who seems like he has faith, which atheism, this is the 90s misunderstanding of what atheism is. Yeah. Because like it's just the absence of a belief in God. That's all atheism is. Anyways, and so like he's the cynical one, and he's like he proves to be the ending to this movie really I oscillated between nothing this movie and kind of hating it. Yeah. And the ending made me kind of hate it. But what I did like, I'll get into that first. Yeah. Is I did like the set design, because like so they're doing these experiments, and I don't know if they ever really explain why they're doing or where they are, but they're doing it like in a building that's like under construction or something.
Yeah,
so
I think it's a Catholic university.
Yeah, or something like it must be.
Like a Catholic medical college.
Yeah, and so they're like doing it in like a rundown church that's like under renovations or falling apart or something.
They're doing they're doing these autopsies in like everyone's in like a circle.
Yeah.
I feel like
in like a room in a church.
Yeah, I feel
it's like what medical procedures
See, well,
are you
that's the thing. Like, I feel like
this?
any other director would have been like, oh, it's a medical thing. We'll do this in a hospital-like place. White walls, tile, fluorescent lights, no color palette other than like light green, and like that kind of thing. And Joe Schumacher's like, no, this is a school, an education school. He went straight to like Catholic sort of, because like, Catholic hospital, Catholic iconography. And like, but even like when they're like outside for like no reason, he's got like, they got like crazy reflectors, like reflecting like orange light on everybody's faces to make them seem like they're either like standing under a tree that has a direct spotlight on it, or maybe underwater. It's like, but I liked that because at least it was like, I was like, this is a choice. This is interesting. It looks cool.
I think the movie looked cool and interesting.
Yeah. But the problem,
the characters aren't though.
None of the characters are all that interesting. Like they literally, their personality traits are like pervert, atheist, ambition, fat guy, girl. Like,
yep.
That's like who they are.
Especially because Oliver Platt's character doesn't even get the procedure.
He,
So
he never even
why
does
is
it.
he there?
Where is he even in the movie? He's not even the camera guy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Anyways.
There's 5 total.
There's 5 totals. Yeah, it's got too many characters for such a small plot.
Or does it need 2 more?
No. But the thing,
7 deadly sins, though.
oh, okay,
Oh my
whatever. So
It's got to be there.
So the problem is the movie is the same 3 scenes for the first hour and a half.
Yeah.
It seems like, because somebody is put under. It's, oh no, are they going to make it? Are they going to make it? Are they going to make it? Oh, we brought him back. What did you see? I saw this. I'm going next. Okay, we shouldn't do it. We shouldn't do it. We're going to do it. Put him under. Die. Are they going to make it? Are they going to make it? Are they going to make it? Bring him back. You know.
I think the smallest thing that would have helped those for me.
Yeah, it was.
Is when they're in this afterlife sequence.
Yeah.
It never felt like there was. Like everyone outside of it was like, oh, are they going to make it? Or are they going to make it? They got to come back. They got to come back. But within the thing, they were kind of just like standing.
They're all just
like
standing and yelling science at each other.
There's no, like when the person who's dead.
Oh, right.
Like
right.
there's no. If they had made a like directionality to it, where it was like they were going to somewhere or towards something or back to something. And I feel like that would have been
the whole. Okay, so we're gonna go into spoiler town a little bit. You know, we're gonna leave the egg salad sandwich.
We're gonna leave the human body in the church, just sitting outside right next to a statue of the baby Jesus.
Yeah, and we're gonna do that for a year.
We're gonna leave while the church is under renovations.
Yes. Yeah,
and then the body's gonna get like a bunch of dust and rot on it.
And so we're in spoil. Yeah, we're in spoil.
The body is spoiled. We can't use it anymore.
But like it never commits to what it's doing, which to me is like them wavering in that like, ooh, what could it be?
It's such a fucking sin.
And to me, that the problem with that is that that's where we were at the beginning of it, and that's where we are right now. Like nobody knows what happens when you die, and this whole movie happened and said nothing about that.
Yeah.
But it does. So the whole time, Kevin Bacon's character is the only person with any semblance of intelligence.
Right.
And he's saying we shouldn't do this. Like the time he volunteers to do it is because he doesn't want Julia Roberts to do it, which is pretty misogynistic, but whatever. He's got a crush on her. So does everyone else in the movie.
Yeah.
Because she's a girl. Anyways. And so he figures out that like what is happening isn't, so Kiefer Sutherland's character the whole time keeps seeing this little boy with like a hockey stick or whatever, and he keeps like beating up Kiefer Sutherland, and
that was not part of the movie. That just happened.
that just kept happening to the actor. So they kept it in the movie. Anyways, and so Kevin Bacon's like, okay, what I figured it out is that these are all people from our pasts because I saw a girl I was mean to, so we need to ask them to forgive us because they're coming back, you know? And he goes and he does a really terrible thing, which is where he goes to the girl he bullied and sort of like says,
bullies her into forgiving him.
into forgiving him again. Like, I just like, if I never like had like a bully, but I know that if I did have somebody who was like cruel to me or whatever in like that way, and they showed up at my house and were like, hey, do you forgive me? I'd be like, no, dude. I don't forgive you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you need this to make yourself feel better, but you ruined my life and I don't think you deserve to feel better. So maybe you should feel bad for a little bit longer. Anyways, but I'm a petty little bitch. So,
but it's the fact that he's asking a black woman
of all
things to
forgive
please
him.
Forgive me.
Yeah. Is sort of
a
like
white man.
Yeah, please, black lady. It's just like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And then what we discover is Kiefer Sutherland's been doing it to himself. He's been beating himself up.
Yes.
So whether or not that's something from beyond the grave or just him losing his mind or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, let me go back to Kevin Bacon's character real quick. The movie does a great job of not telling you, not making it too interesting.
Yeah.
Because
it does a great job of that?
It does a great job of making it, like, really trying. Kevin Bacon's character, like, again, his whole thing is pragmatic atheist.
Yeah.
And when you see the flashback of them making fun of the little girl, it is very just like nana nana boo boo, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like you could have committed to it more. I think it would have made more sense if, as a kid, he was being racist.
Yeah, or something.
Like
yeah.
he actually had hate in his heart, and then now he's trying to rectify that feelings that he had, and that was wrong. But they don't. It's just like, hey, I'm sorry I made fun of you. Can you please forgive me?
And
then
she's
I'm
sort of-
sorry I called you a booger brain.
Yeah, like really, they're like walking around her going like, like you.
Oh, your teeth are bad.
You smell. You're stinky butt. You know, and
Yeah.
it's like, okay. Meanwhile, Kiefer Sutherland, we discover that he killed a kid.
He killed a kid. Yeah, it makes it all that. It's like, oh, okay. And that whole thing is just that whole flashback. No, don't do it. No.
So dumb and over the top. Didn't care for it.
And then the dog.
The dog getting smushed by the tree branch.
It's at first. Well, he's not seeing the kid at first. He's seeing his crippled dog.
His crippled dog is like.
I did not like
Yeah,
that
Did
part.
not like that. No. Oh my god.
But so, anyways, the whole movie, you know, they keep saying, "Oh, you atheist, right?" And of course, like I knew what the ending of this movie was going to be because it's the '90s, and every movie in the '90s had a weird like, "Hey, God's here," you know, don't forget that.
Yeah.
Like at the end of it, every single one of them
We got
did
this,
that.
kid.
Yeah, God.
Here's
Don't
my
forget
sweaty
about God.
jersey.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I
What?
guess God was looking out for us after all. And so, of course, this movie, crescendos, you know, or whatever, like climaxes with, it's the word for it though. Kiefer Sutherland's character trying to kill himself essentially because like he had no exit plan.
Yeah, he's just a baby.
Yeah, he just wanted to kill himself because he wanted to go back, to get the boy to forgive him because he couldn't do what Kevin Bacon did, which was go to the lady as an adult because the boy that was following him he killed.
I'm sorry, but even that scene where he's like, "Oh, let's go visit him," and then he takes him to a fucking graveyard, and then they're like, "Hey, what the hell, dude?" He's like, "Oh, we can't because he's dead," and he just runs away. They're like, "What the fuck? What's happening?
What's wrong with him?"
I will say this because I had the exact opposite. I didn't love Kiefer Sutherland's performance in Dark City. Because I thought his voice he was doing something weird character choice.
Weird
I didn't
guy.
go for it.
Yeah,
but I really kind of liked him in this one.
yeah, he was fine.
I thought he played like the scene where Kevin Bacon goes to apologize and he's in the truck.
Yeah,
I laughed.
Yeah,
legitimately.
He was being pretty funny.
He was being
just
very
like,
funny in
he
that
was
scene.
just doing like commentaries.
The cemetery scene, like he was acting legitimately like
someone who's lost
broken.
It. Yeah,
like so I feel like
yeah, maybe he was the most interesting character.
No, he definitely was the most interesting character, but
that's only because that's the only character they put any work into.
Yeah. And the whole middle part of the movie, he didn't like do a whole lot, either.
Yeah,
so it was just him being there was a whole in the face.
There's two other whole side stories, like Julia Roberts' character she feels guilt about killing her dad. Turns out her dad
thought she killed her dad because she opened a door and he was in the bathroom.
And he ran out of the bathroom and then shot himself in the head. And it's just, and it turns out
at no point this like brilliant doctor woman like went to therapy or like talked to anyone and said, I didn't do that, right?
This is a dumb guy's version of a smart movie. It's just a dumb movie. And then Billy Baldwin was the one whose character I liked. He was a bad person, but I kind of liked his story.
I liked his story, yeah.
Because he was cheating on his fiance and like filming these women without them knowing. So he just was an absolute, just like garbage human. And I
like that.
No, I did. I did like.
I love it a garbage.
What I liked about him is like it was so clear that he never considered these women as people.
Yeah.
And like he sort of like he did have an arc where he was like, oh, wait a minute, women are people too, which I know is like the dumbest thing, but it is sometimes like, I don't know. And like when he was walking and he was seeing all the women he had filmed and lied to, they were all saying his pickup lines to him.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting sort of take. And even when his fiance finds these tapes and she breaks up with him, obviously. And I thought what she said was kind of like weirdly, like sort of a progressive swing and a miss, you know?
Yeah.
Because what she said was like, it's not that you had sex with these women, it's like that you didn't care about them at all. That makes me the most upset, which of course is nonsense. But it was sort of like sort of the filmmakers going like, I don't know. I kind of liked that messaging.
They were trying something.
They were trying something with it. And I was like, oh, that kind of feels like progressive for the time, you know?
But also, I didn't like that you slept with all those women.
Yeah, but also like, no, that's not what she'd be mad about.
Yeah. Also, you could be mad about both.
Yeah, you could be mad about both.
Doesn't have to be, I'm not mad about this, I'm mad about this.
Yeah.
It could be, you're a huge piece of shit and I'm mad about both these things.
That happened about halfway through the movie, and Billy Baldwin's character is just in the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, So at the very end, what happens is Kiefer Sutherland's character is dying, has killed himself. Everyone shows up. They try and save him. It's too late. Kevin Bacon's the most upset about it. And then Kevin Bacon, the atheist, turns around and goes, God, please, God, help me.
You can't have him.
You can't have him, God.
I haven't kissed him yet.
Well, what do you know? Kiefer Sutherland comes back to life, and the movie ends with a slow pan away from a mural of God pointing his big burly finger.
Yep.
And I just like, fuck you, movie. Boy. I fucking hate this.
Yeah, it's like on the nose part. I
do still feel like there's bones here that I like.
Sure,
though.
Absolutely. There is a movie here that would be cool.
There is the structure of a house.
Yeah.
This seems like
this movie. It
was
just
all the walls and
too
all
many
of
characters, the same scene 6 times. You know what I mean? Like it was just there's just too much. Like if this had been, honestly, if this had been, 80 minutes long, I probably like not to say, but I mean like if you just like cut out a ton of it, like don't worry about Billy Baldwin's character, don't worry about Julie Roberts' character, just do Kevin Bacon and Kiefer Sutherland's, and you have a movie that's at least like enjoyable and then over. Well, you know, because it just goes on too long and it says nothing. The other characters don't even need to be there.
I think that this would have functioned either with, just like you said earlier, with one character. Like just make this a movie about one person wrestling with their past, and for one reason or another they have to keep going under.
Yeah.
And new things happen. I don't know. But
just make him do it the one time. He's going crazy. He tells his friend Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon's like, what? Okay, now I'll do it. Then he does it. He experiences it slightly differently. He says, what we need to do is do the forgiveness thing. And then Kiefer Sutherland's like, I can't do that because my guy is dead.
Yeah.
And then he goes crazy and then he tries to kill himself. Kevin Bacon saves him. That's the movie.
And even like, it feels like the premise itself feels like a Fear Itself episode, or one of those like mini movies that they used to put on like USA or AMC back in the early 2000s. Like it just feels like not even a Twilight Zone episode, but like I said, just a idea that wasn't good enough for a movie, a full-fledged movie, but they can make an interesting like the bones are good. So I feel like they could have done something.
Yeah.
And have a bad ending.
It's a bad execution.
It needed a bad ending. I'll fight people on this.
Oh yeah. Kiefer Sutherland needed to die at the end of this movie.
He needed to die.
He should have died.
It should have been.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
The hubris. The hubris needs to take down the person.
Yeah.
That's why Frankenstein dies.
Yeah.
The doctor. Frankenstein dies at the end of the first movie.
But the movie was actually it should have been about Kiefer Sutherland, the man, but the movie was too much about what happens after we die. That's what it made it seem like it was going to be about.
And if it was going to do that, give me more weird supernatural shit.
Or commit and don't just be like, probably God at the end.
Is there a ghost child?
No.
Yes, but also no.
Also probably
but also,
no.
That means Julia Roberts' visions aren't there either. Which means her whole...
It was just in her brain.
It was just in her brain,
so
which
she
is
didn't
like...
actually say bye to her
Are you
dad?
telling me she didn't do that at any point in the 30 years prior to this?
It's just, it doesn't make it... It's like, oh, this is the most expensive and dangerous form of therapy you could have done. Good job, Julia.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were to give this movie a score, 1 to 5, let's say, Craig, what would you give it?
I'm gonna go with probably a 2 out of 5, and man, just the fact that they're like, oh, it's a full moon and it's Halloween night, and I'm like, just make this spookier then.
Yeah,
Just
make
try
it
a little
actually
harder.
scary.
Make this scary. I don't know. I just feel like there is a scarier version of this.
Yeah.
There's a
scarier
horror
version. There's a more philosophical version.
Yeah. And they chose the boring one.
And they chose neither.
Yeah.
They chose the nothing one.
And then were you talking about how well this did? I had to look it up. This came out after Pretty Woman. And that was like Julia Roberts' breakout role. So I think this really did as well as it did because of that.
Oh boy!
Oh yeah! I mean, it had so many stars in it too.
People coming out of that one.
Yeah, but I mean,
Pretty Woman's a fantastic film, but this is not at all.
I mean, the environment for movies back in the 90s was so different.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, you would go see a movie because...
True. The world wasn't on fire.
Yeah, well,
Climate
you also
change
didn't...
hadn't happened yet.
Yep.
Because the liberals didn't do it.
Oh my God.
All right, Phil, what would you give this one?
I'm going to say a 2 out of 5. Give me 1 second. A 2 out of 5. You don't know jack shit. Butt wipe, needle dick, cock bite, jack off, limp wrist, cornhole, banana breath, shit bird, bird turd, turd face, kiss ass, brown nose, matcha wimp, limp dick, fart face, turd merchant.
That
Turd
must have
merchant.
been the greatest day of that little girl's life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where she got to say all those things at Kevin Bacon.
And then she had to go to church for like a week after that.
Yeah, I'm going to give this movie a 1. Hey, let's get this medical student to help us do our medical experiment, but we just need him for his camera.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Billy.
Out of 5. Yeah.
Nobody wanted his help with the medical stuff.
No, you just have the camera. You're the only one of us with a camera. That's why you're here. And then he like barely used it. I decided by the time we got to the end of it, I hated this movie.
Yeah.
And I was personally offended by the whole the answer is God thing, which I think is just to me, it's like, it's just lazy writing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not even that it's God. It's just like, it's like,
I know this about myself. I think this is because I am not always good at the execution. I am such a sucker for, I like the idea you had.
Yeah.
You've executed it very poorly.
Yes.
But I liked the idea you had.
Yeah.
And the idea of what happens after death, or the idea of a mad scientist trying to find out the answer to what happens after death and causing all of this chaos. I like that idea. This was poorly executed, though.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
I would argue this wasn't executed.
Yeah, I mean that's that's like 99% of what a movie is, though, because like so much of the ideas are stolen from other things, you know, or not stolen but taken, you know.
So, and also I have a question. So if this was
I have an answer.
The reason these things were happening to them was God is trying to teach them a lesson, I guess.
Yeah.
But obviously people have come back from being dead in the same way, medically speaking. It's like, oh, you were dead for 2 minutes and we brought you back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I saw this and this and this. Like, then in that case, does everyone just get confronted with their past mistakes? Isn't that just like, oh, I saw my life flashing before my eyes? Is that what they're trying to say?
In this world,
so.
Yeah. I mean,
no, what's interesting is they spend a good chunk of Julia Roberts' introduction where she's talking to people who tell her that basically the same thing happens to everyone, is that they see a bright light, and then none of them seem to see a bright light in a tunnel.
Oh, also, I love that she was so upset that she couldn't go back and tell that old lady who was about to die that it was all bullshit.
There's nothing after death.
I know that.
Oh my God, I would have loved to see that.
Life. It's all for nothing.
Man,
I was too late.
Very, very old lady who's sick. don't die because there's nothing after this.
Well, the thing that really made me mad is that Kevin Bacon's character at one point said the actual correct answer, which is that your brain just is going into crazy town mode and it's a bunch of chemicals just flooding into.
That
so
was
what
hilarious.
you see is just not is just like various maybe images, maybe bright light, maybe nothing, because everyone's
like
brain is malfunctioning and dying.
Theory and idea is that like you get a huge rush of like DMT or something.
Yeah, and it's like that's probably exactly it. Like you guys already. That's
he
it.
said that,
and then
or so,
it can
it was just like,
everything that happened in the movie can also be explained by that.
Yeah,
more or less, except for Kiefer Sutherland's character harming himself.
Yeah,
that was the bizarre one. But anyways, I hated this movie. I hated it. I'm angry. The more I think about it, the angrier I am.
I want somebody to run the stats on the movies you've hated the most.
Yeah,
and how many of them were mine.
Ooh, that you wouldn't like.
Percentage?
You wouldn't like that
because I think it's like 90% of the ones that you've hated. You do big
swings, man. You do big swings.
Yeah.
So, can you give us a better Kevin Bacon movie?
Oh yeah, because it's my turn to pick.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Tremors.
You can pick I was gonna say you can pick
God.
literally everything.
Yeah,
anything, and you picked the absolute best.
Yeah,
option.
I'm gonna pick Tremors, which I think I've only seen once. I think the Tremors movie I saw the most was like the third one.
Is that Welcome to?
I have no idea.
It's the third one's with the ass blasters.
Yeah, the ass blasters that fly.
Okay.
That was the one I think Brad had on VHS, and so we watched that one quite a few times.
Yeah, I love this series of movies so much. So much. I'm so excited for this. I have probably seen each of these up to the fifth one. Well, I've seen each of these up through the fourth one multiple times. I've seen the fifth one once. I believe there are 7 now. I did watch the TV show when it came out, which I don't think I've ever met another human being who watched the TV show, just me and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited. I love this series.
So we're just going to keep going with
Tremors.
We
should just I mean, there's no reason why
that's
not.
up to you, Craig.
I know.
It really is.
I'm unfortunately going to take us in a different direction.
You
but
loser.
I know.
Yeah.
Where is God? God is dead.
Will and I will just have to. We'll just meet separately and do our own podcast where we just watch through all the Tremors.
Yeah. It's a very short podcast.
There's 7 movies and an entire season of a TV show.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long ass podcast.
Okay. So that's what we're doing next week.
All right. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you want to tell us what you think that you would see when you're having a near-death experience.
Yeah. What? Tell us your guiltiest memory.
Yes, tell us what you regret the most.
Tell us which Ninja Turtle you become when you die.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, this episode was brought to you by Veronica Norland. If you
Sorry that you are the sponsor of this one.
Whoopsie dipsies.
Yeah, whoops.
If you want to hear your name shouted out and want to help support us, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/mumbleandtrug. What's going on with you, Phil?
Oh, dear.
Do the thing, Phil.
Yeah, okay. If you like what you heard, consider dying.
Consider it.
It popped into my head earlier, but it was if you like what you heard,
seriously,
kill yourself. But I thought maybe that was too much. Put this whole thing in there. If you like what you heard, consider leaving a review on any of our platforms or sending us an intimate text message with your guiltiest memory. That sounded really sexual, and I did not mean to send. I did not mean for it to be that way.
I mean, the afterlife is sexual.
True.
Yeah.
Billy Baldwin told me that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all
and
for
he's
this
never
episode.
Wrong.
This has actually all been us. We are all dying on the table right now.
Yeah, we're flatlining right now.
Please,
Kevin Bacon, come save me.
Phil Kessel.
No. Me first.
No. Please rescue me.
No, but
Phil
I
Kessel.
have the video camera. Oh, and then come rescue me, Will Chodas.
And then me, Craig Norland.
Don't watch this movie. Watch anything else, please.
I don't understand this at all. All right.
Brought to you by Mumble and Shrug Productions.